In this level, we have learned to work with postures and movements to create inner space, to massage, you might say the stress actually, to massage it, loosen it up, so that the energy begins to flow again through the body. We've worked with the breath, learning some Kumne breathing. And then it's also important to unify experience. So after you have followed sensations, after you have learned to expand, after you have learned to go deeper and discover deeper levels of feeling or of energy, then there's a moment to unify. And theoretically it is simple. You unify the experience in the body, which is feelings. You unify the feelings of the body with awareness of the breath. So mind, your awareness, your attention, mind, unifies with feelings, unifies with breath. So you're unifying body, breath, and mind. It's very often enough to just tell yourself, unify experience. You don't have to all figure it out and manipulate and put it all together. It's just there are feelings in the body, right? Which actually might become more sense of spaces. But whatever it is, feelings or more space. Then there's breath, in the beginning very physical, like outer, and then gradually more inner, maybe subtle. You think you're almost not breathing. So those two, feelings, which may become a little space experience, breath, which may become subtle, and your awareness, they come together. So you can tell yourself, unify experience. As if your being already knows, because it's natural for the being to be unified. It's not natural to have a fragmented being with a mind here and a body there, meaning you want to do this, but you should do that, but you really like to do something else, like all fragmented. As if you get all different kind of voices within. They have to come together. And rather than dealing with the content of the voices or the source of the voices, focus on the feeling, focus on the breath, and unify them. It's interesting how you deal with conflict of inner voices. You don't have to deal and negotiate like the pros and cons and say, okay, a little bit of that, a little bit of that. Is everybody happy? No, not everybody's happy. Nobody is happy. Everybody's happy inside is when it is unified, when there's one voice, one being, one mind, one energy. So rather than dealing with all the content of the voices and the guilt maybe and the hope and the trying to keep it all together, a lot of people doing that, juggling, to keep it all together. Rather than trying to have the ideal method of juggling and struggling and administering what's going on inside you, focus on the body. That will give feelings. Focus on the breath. That will give rhythms, cycles. And bring those two together. You unify the breathing patterns, the rhythms of life, the frequencies of life's energies, together with your inner experience of feelings. So when awareness of feeling and awareness of breath come together, that's unifying experience. Then you can expand that experience. So you unify and you allow it to go beyond, outside the body into space. And you may like to bring it back in, because that unified experience that rippled out, in the end bring it back in. So now really outer and inner are also unified. That's what we're aiming for. Can you do it? Sure.